know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it, blinding my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Set, hut. Now the wolf. The curl, that's the curl, that's the curl. Let's go. Jim, 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 Jim.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Ready? 1500, 1500. Check, check. Watch 54, watch 54. Wrap it, wrap it.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going to float this one deep right into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46. Yard line.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Hey, receiver, through. Check hot route, hot. Wait, hot.
Following the interception, Cousins. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. He's checking. Cracks. Kill. Let's go. Drive on. Check.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 53 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Vikings nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Speaking of Cook, he continues to be a workhorse in the Minnesota backfield. More evidence of that in Week 7 against the Lions. 25 carries, a league high. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Tyus Bowser coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Listen to me. Alert. 3 down. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. I got one. 48's mic.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins going for the deep ball. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Going quickly out wide to Moore. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson, this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with his second touchdown in this opening quarter as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So that one will get them halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
48 to Mike. Switch. Hey, Foxtrot. Here we go. Check 48's to Mike. Check 48. Gun. Watch the screen. Pass. 48's Mike. 48. Yellow. Dude. Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we gonna Mike the 48 right now. Let's go. Come on, the ball. 48. Smooth. So we got man.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They go play action here on first down. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to the ground, Cook. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Hey, echo. Hey, you go Mike the 48 right now.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, 60 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
54, right there, 54, Mike. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Now Jackson on first down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Eric Kendricks, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. To try again after the sack. Jackson, and he's going to go down again. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
54, right there, 54, Mike. Get the ball.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. From the 25 on second down, Jackson, Ben Gideon leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Yeah. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. In the face. Mike's 50, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, watch.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long, and that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll have a first down past the 40, 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, 75 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long...
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Here we go, 50-50, Mike 50.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. This one complete to Ingram. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Mike 50. Go. Come on, QB, come on. Check 9.
Jackson from the shotgun. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check safety.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Ready? Mike 50. You.
On 3rd down, Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
36-yard line.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
57's right. Come on, D. Hey, Steve 6.
From the 29, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Watch twist. General West. Bang.
Here's Cousins. And that is caught for the 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. From the gun, it's Jackson. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Jackson options out left, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Jackson now, sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Ingram again. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And the pressure gets to him again. Ben Gideon able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's go, D. Tight end right. Tight end right. We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check 13. Check 13. Check 24. Check.
Back to the ground. This time Cook. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Gun. Hey, flipper, flipper. Watch twist. Out, 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 out. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Black, black. Watch the shield. Check 99, check 99.
They run it again with Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check 4, check 4. Gun. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Hey, flipper, flipper. Wait, that.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
1st and 10 at
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's a give to Madison running right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to keep it on the ground. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the time.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Jackson rolling to his right. And some room to maneuver. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Jackson, being chased out left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Here's Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Jackson to throw. He's got it to Ingram, complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot, so what can they do to get closer now on third down? They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And no, wide left. It's no good. And a tough finish to this one. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.